take a look here at this drone video, and it gives you a sense of the devastation that people are dealing with as they wait out this storm. The streets in this neighborhood in Cypress, Texas, covered with water. That video taken by Joe Mertz, who is on the phone with us this hour in Cypress, Texas, just outside of Houston. And Joe, let's first talk about your situation there. Are you still, you're trapped there in the home, you're unable to leave it. Are you holding out okay at the moment?
Yes, that's correct. We're holding out okay. We have a two-story home, and we've moved everything all day. We've been spending time moving everything upstairs and preparing the house for, we know the water's going to come in eventually, and it's right to the doorstep right now.
Okay. All right. I want to talk about the video you took because, you know, what we see here gives our viewers here in the U.S. and around the world, gives them a sense of exactly what you're dealing with. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
We've had it come up pretty close to this. In the past, we had a couple of 500-year flood events back around April and May of 2016. And, you know, those were supposedly extraordinary events, and this one has surpassed it.
Joe, how are you doing? How's the family doing with food? How are you doing with water and, you know, infrastructure, just running water? I would imagine you don't have that right now.
Actually, we have running water.
Okay, that's good.
The problem here that we're starting to realize is that our sewer is starting to back up.
Okay.
And that's going to be a major issue. We still have power at the moment. Our air conditioners the outside units are going underwater, so we're not going to have that for very long.
Okay. And give us a sense of, you know, there was no mandatory evacuation. So how did your family make that decision that, you know, we're going to ride this out, we're going to wait it out, you know, to make sure, you know, just see how the things play out? How did you reach that decision?
That's a good question. About 3:30 last night, or in the morning, we were questioning it ourselves. We decided to ride it out because we were, I guess, we weren't receiving a lot of rain, and the winds and everything were mostly centered towards Corpus Christi, so we wanted to see what we were in for. I know we had a lot of predictions for heavy rains and so forth, but we just weren't seeing it, and so we decided to wait it out. I have family members here staying with us, my son and a couple of his friends, and so we are. We didn't really have a chance to evacuate right away this morning when the water started rising, and so we decided to ride it out.
As many people did. Again, these storms can be very deceptive. You know, first they blow in, there's a great deal of force, wind, and then many of them stick around, and that's what we're seeing here with Harvey. It's just sticking around. The remnants are dropping a lot of water there in the Houston metro area. Joe Mertz on the phone with us, who took, again, this drone video showing us the situation in his neighborhood. Joe, thank you so much for your time. We wish you safety, your family safety, and we will stay in touch with you as, you know, you ride the storm out.